a place where I love to be. Look in a book, here's a story for you. Who makes stories when the day is through? Who makes stories when the day is through? Story makers, working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers, stories are fabulous, stories are fun.
Rossetti Wordsworth.
Shirley and Jackson,
working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers, stories are fabulous, stories are fun. Come and be a story maker.
Oh, right, it's time to go, everyone. There we go. Do you want to put this away, Dennis? Right, put the books away, and that's it for today. All right, Dennis? All right. Yeah, no, down there, that's it.
Story makers. Story makers. Story makers.
It's midnight in the library. Hello.
time for all story makers to come out. Are you ready?
The sun is down, the stars are bright. Story makers come out at night. Oh, Rossetti Wordsworth, magical story maker here to make stories with you. Hello. Oh dear. There's a lot of mess in the library tonight. There's paper everywhere and no sign of Jelly and Jackson. Huh? It's funny. This paper seems to be leading somewhere. If I follow it, perhaps I'll find my two furry friends. I know. I'll be a paper detective. That's somebody who solves mysteries by finding lots of clues. Time to follow these paper clues. I'm following a paper trail to find out where it leads. I'm trying to be quiet, but the paper underneath my feet is crunchy and crinkly, and rather rustly too. I never knew that paper could make such hullabaloo. Look at all these different papers scattered everywhere. There's paper that's light, and paper that's bright, paper with spots, and paper with stripes. And there's newspaper that's black and white. There's lots of this newspaper. I think I'll use some to make a paper story. You can help me with the next bit. We need lots of imagination to make the story. Imagine. Imagine. Imagine a story. Ooh, try and guess what it'll be. It's a blue cow story. And it's called Blue Cow Meets a Hamster.
In a field not far away is a herd of cows grazing quietly. One of the cows is most unusual. Blue Cow wonders about the big world beyond her field. One day, Blue Cow was watching the trees swaying in the wind. I wonder what else the wind blows around. She's off again, said the other cows. So Blue Cow caught the bus that stops beside her field. I'd like a ticket to a place where it's windy, please. There you go, madam. Hold very tight. And they set off for a windy place. And then they arrived.
Come back!
Shouted a little hamster. He was chasing pieces of straw that were being blown around in the wind.
That's blown it,
cried the hamster.
I'll never catch it now.
Hello, I'm Blue Cow. Can I help?
I'm Freddy. I was just bringing my new straw bed home, and now look what's happened.
Straw was flying everywhere. I'll help you, said Blue Cow.
Oh, thank you.
They ran around trying to catch pieces of straw, but it was too windy. Suddenly, a big piece of newspaper blew towards Blue Cow and landed on her face. Moo, everything's gone dark,
I'll get it off for you.
said Freddie.
Oops, that's torn it.
Moo, I know, said Blue Cow. Why don't we rip up pieces of paper for your bed?
Oh, terrific. It would be just as warm as straw. That's my house over there.
He said, pointing to a little hut inside a cage. They walked over to Freddie's house and went inside.
I sleep in this corner.
Righty, Moo. Let's tear the paper up.
Soon they had a huge pile of paper.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Blue Cow. You've made my bed, and now I can lie on it.
Chuckled Freddie as he snuggled down.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, you're welcome, Freddie. You'll never guess where I've been.
Where have you been?
I've been to meet a hamster and helped him to make a bed.
Everyone knows that cows can't make beds, but we know they can, don't we?
Oh, look! There are 2 holes in this newspaper. I know. I'll use these holes to find Jelly and Jackson.
I think you must be the sparkliest butterfly in the whole library.
I found some more paper, Jelly. This bag is full to the top.
I don't need any more. I was trying to tell you, I've finished my butterfly now. Do you like it?
Oh, yes, it's very shiny and very sparkly.
Yes.
Oh, I want to make something too. Oh, this leaf looks a bit lonely. I think it needs a ladybird friend.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what's wrong, Jackson?
Well, this bag isn't full to the top anymore. It's nearly empty, except for this and this. Oh dear, there's a hole in the bottom and all the paper has escaped.
Well, don't worry, Jackson. You can make a bug with that bubbly paper. I love it because it feels funny, and when you press the bubbles, they pop.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Well, if I scrunch it up like this, and then get some nice big sticky tape, that can make its body. It's not funny, Jelly. It's a very tricky, sticky job. My paws won't do what I want them to.
Why don't you have a little rest, Jackson? We could make a story with my butterfly, couldn't we?
All right, then.
Come on. Goodbye, butterfly. I hope you make a really fluttery story. Will you help us? Because we need some imagination to make the story machine work. Come on. Imagine. Imagine a story. Here it comes.
Yes.
Oh, it's a playbook.
And it's called Fly Like a Butterfly.
Matthew and Theo love butterflies, so today Matthew's grandma and Theo's mum have taken them to see some real ones. Look, there's one just here, and there's one over there. There are butterflies everywhere. Some butterflies fly high in the air. Some are having a lazy day just sitting on a leaf. Some are even sleeping on a stone. When butterflies are feeling hungry, they munch on their favourite fruit, like these ones eating bananas. They look like they've got eyes on their wings. Butterflies are many colours and they have different patterns on their wings. This one's green. Matthew, look over there. Orange ones. That one's yellow and white. What What other colours can we see? Look what Mum's found. My favourite. Oh, because it's black and white. I'm going to follow and see where it goes. Theo found a strange cupboard. What's in here? They asked Grandma. They're rows and rows of chrysalis, she says. You see, butterflies start their lives as caterpillars, like this one. Once they've shed their skin 5 times, their new skin is called a chrysalis. After a few days, a butterfly appears from inside. I wish I could be a butterfly, thought Theo. A wishing well. Oh, make a wish, says Mum. So Theo wiggled his toes, closed his eyes and popped in a penny. He wished he could be a beautiful butterfly and fly around the butterfly house. It's nearly time to go, said Gran. There's just time for another look at the fluttering butterflies. But wait, Gran had one last surprise. Butterfly wings! Oh, Theo's wish had come true. Now he was a happy little butterfly.
I like that story.
Yes.
It was full of butterflies.
Nice.
Yes. Look, I've stuck my ladybird body. Now I just need to make it red with this paper. There. But it still doesn't look like a ladybird bug, does it, Jelly?
No, Jackson, because ladybirds have spots, don't they? Yeah,
yeah.
Black spots, I think.
But I don't have any paper to make the black spots with.
Well, what about that newspaper over there? We could tear off some little bits and roll them into balls.
That's a good idea, Jelly. Rossetti! You made me jump!
Oh, I'm sorry, Jackson. I was being a paper detective. Oh. You see, I found this trail of paper on the library floor and I followed it here to you.
Oh, well, that must be all the paper that Jackson dropped out of his bag.
Yes.
Because it's got a hole in the bottom.
In the bottom.
Ah. Hey, that's a lovely paper garden.
Oh, yes, the children made it today with lots of different kinds of paper. I'm trying to make a ladybird bug to put on that lonely leaf.
Yes, but it doesn't have any black spots, does it, Jackson?
Oh, well, I've collected all sorts of paper here. There must be some black somewhere. Ah, yes, look. Here we are. Why don't you two go and make a story and I'll cut out some spots.
Right,
Okay.
that's a good idea. We can use some of these crumply bits because I think they're just rubbish.
Yes, come on.
In you go, crumply bits. I hope you make a good story.
Yes, will you help us make the story machine work? It needs lots of imagination.
Imagine.
Imagine a story.
Oh, here it comes.
Yes. What is it? Oh, it's a Kevin the Spaceman story.
And it's called The Very Messy Planet.
Kevin and Spanner in space to explore, seeking out planets never heard of before. Kevin and Spanner were finding it hard to explore this planet. It was a total mess. There was rubbish everywhere. How can anyone let their planet get so messy? Kevin said sadly. Spanner wasn't happy either. All around them was litter, old newspapers, sweet wrappers and cans, but no one seemed to have thrown away any bones. He decided to go and search anyway. Suddenly, Kevin heard a yelp and Spanner came running back towards him. He had a box stuck on his nose. You really must be more careful, Spanner, said Kevin, as he gently eased the box off. Spanner whined. This planet was quite dangerous for a curious dog like himself.
I suppose you're just going to dump your rubbish and take off again, are you?
Said a miserable voice. Kevin turned and saw that the voice was coming from a dustbin. Of course not, said Kevin. We never dump our rubbish and we try and recycle as much as possible. I'm Kevin and this is Spanner.
How do you do? I'm Alfred,
said the dustbin.
Sorry about the mess.
Kevin peered into Alfred and saw that he was empty. How come you're empty when there's rubbish all over the place? He asked.
Well, this used to be such a beautiful planet, and so lots of people came to visit, but no one bothered to use me. Now it's so messy, no one comes here anymore, and I can't pick up the rubbish myself.
We'll pick up all this rubbish, said Kevin. Asked Spanner, looking around in horror. Surely that was a huge job.
Oh, that'd be marvellous,
said Alfred. Kevin and Spanner began to clean up, throwing all the rubbish into Alfred. There you go, Alfred.
Oh, thank you. Oh, come on. Put it in, Spanner. Oh, never mind.
It took them a long time, but eventually the planet was tidy again, and Alfred was full to the brim. Now they could see the beautiful grassy surface of the planet. There were even little flowers growing in some places. Kevin and Spanner were exhausted.
Oh, thanks so much,
said Alfred.
Now my work here is done.
Just then, there was a rumble, and sparks started coming out of Alfred's
Here
bottom.
He's
not just any old bin. Alfred's a rocket bin, cried Kevin as Alfred zoomed up into space. Barked Spanner sleepily. He was too tired to be amazed after all that tidying. He was planning a long nap when he got back to the rocket.
Kevin and Spanner helped to tidy up Alfred's planet, and we've tidied up the library.
Yes, and we can use all the bits of paper for sticking.
Oh, talking of sticking, I think this ladybird's dry now, Jackson. Shall I put it on its leaf?
Oh, yes, please, Rossetti. Oh, thank you, Rossetti.
Oh, he looks really nice, Jackson.
Oh, but now it's nearly morning. Time for us to hide.
Yes, the children will be coming soon.
Yes.
Oh, yes, my sweets. Dawn is upon us. The morning is nigh. We've made our stories, and we bid you goodbye.
Story makers, working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers,
Goodbye for now.
Come back and see us soon.
Come and make some more stories soon.